Shalom. Before I get started, as always, I want to give all praise to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone while learning this truth. Peace, blessings, and salutations to the elect out there scattered abroad, pushing this truth on the four corners of the earth, risking their lives and freedom to do so. This is the brother Tazamak, coming back with a quick lesson. I'm going to call this lesson, For We Brought Nothing Into This World. Okay? And I'm going to be going into focusing on what really matters in this, what really matters in this life is storing your spiritual riches up and not carnal riches. Okay? Because on the surface, you got a guy like in this illustration in the back, looking like he got it all, happy-go-lucky, I got money, I got bitches, whatever. That's how Jake thinks it's in modern society. But then you got the brother in front of him that's locked into the Rakak Kodash, that's locked into the spirit of Yahweh Shai. Okay? And on the surface, you especially in the ancient world, I should have got a more modern illustration, but it's all spiritual. The brother in the front, you might think, damn, he don't got it as good as the brother in the back. He going through it, look raggedy, ain't flossed out, just a man in normal garments, reading the scriptures. Okay, but if I told you the man in the front of that guy in the picture, his reward is going to be greater, okay, than the guy in the back, you would look at me like, man, you got to be crazy. Okay, because the guy behind him got money, which comes with women, the finest clothes, jewelry, the nicest places, nicest vehicles. You got the world, basically, right? Well, the scriptures talk about not loving this world, okay? Not chasing money, okay? Because when you go into Matthew 6, the scriptures say that seek ye the kingdom of, the kingdom of heaven. Okay, there's wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, and everything else should be added. Roughly paraphrasing, all right? The Lord's going to take care of our daily needs as long as we put Him first. That's what it's going into. As long as we put the Lord first, the Lord's going to take care of our daily needs. Literally. Okay? From raiment to food. Okay? Getting your daily bread. Alright? But to chase riches, look where that's led, majority of our people. Mayweather getting hit right now. Prince, was he was a flaming you-know-what. He got taken out. And he was an ultra star, right? Michael Jackson got taken out. Ultra star, chasing money, chasing fame. Okay? That leads to death, man. There's not one celebrity that's going to repent to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. They got the consolation on this side. They was hella comfortable. Okay? They got the reward. Okay? And they're going to get their ultimate reward, which is going to be death. Okay? And we hope to get a righteous reward, which is going to be the salvation. Okay? Getting beaten up right before the missiles hit. But, the main thing is chasing money is only going to provide temporary comfort. You get to live it up for what, 2-3 days? And I mean, not days, but a few years. Okay, only to be destroyed, especially if you sell out now, trying to chase it back now, it's going to be extremely short-lived. Like these new age people like Sexy Red, well, she's an Israelite, but she's just a complete degenerate. Okay, a complete demon. All right, focus on destroying our people with the stuff she puts out. Just like majority of entertainers, they can't give out no righteous info. They'll get shut down in 1 second. Look what happened to Nick Cannon's bitch ass. He shut up quick as soon as the master said something to him. All right, but I'm gonna get some precepts, and I'm gonna start off in the book of 1 Timothy 6. And 7. Okay. It reads, For we brought nothing into this world, and it is certain we can carry nothing out. And I'm going to get this in the NLT. Okay, because I'm going to go to verse 10. 1 Timothy 6 and 7 in the NLT. After all, we brought nothing with us when we came into the world, and we can't take anything with us when we leave it. That's what these niggas need to understand, man. You don't get to take the Ferrari with you, the mansion with you, the bitches with you. Okay, and if you can receive it, we gonna get everything that's better than that, man. Jake ain't patient though. Jake need it now. Okay, because this is a society where you could get pretty much anything now. You know, food, sex, cars, clothes. You know, you can get everything now as long as you do the right things. And when I say right, I mean they do wicked things to get all that type of stuff at a high level. But as long as you do the things that's required, which is wickedness. Okay, because the Lord don't want us to be comfortable here, having an abundance of 20, 30 wives on this side, which is not a sin. It's just not expedient in this time. Okay, 10 plus mansions, 10 plus cars, you know, bank account 20 million, all that will distract you from the Lord, man. Okay, so to get that in Satan's kingdom, you got to do satanic things to achieve it, man. You cannot take that with you. It's not worth it, man. 1 Timothy 6 and 8. So if we have enough food and clothing, let us be content. Okay, be content with just having the bare minimum, man, the bare necessities. That's us, man. It tell you Haggai 1 and 6, you can labor all day, you still ain't gonna be able to save. This ain't our rest. If you want to come up in a high level in Satan's kingdom, like I said, you got to do wicked stuff. Okay? We know how to survive with just a little bit. Verse 9. But people who long to be rich fall into temptation and are trapped by many foolish and harmful desires that plunge them into ruin and destruction. For the love of money is the root of all kinds of evil. And some people craving money have wandered from the true faith and pierced themselves with many sorrows, man. So the people that chase money, because money itself is not a sin. The love of money is. Because if you got a deep love for money, what are you willing to do to get that money? Okay? What are you willing to do to get that money? And our people willing to do all kind of wicked, abominable things. Okay? These women, these Instagram models that look good, they fly to Dubai and get completely, they completely degrade themselves. Let men pee on them, poop on them. Okay? Mess on them while they're on their cycle. All kind of stuff, man. All for money. Okay? And that's going to lead to destruction, them doing them wicked acts. Just so they can flex on Instagram. Come on, man. It's not worth it. Okay? And it says, and some people craving money have wandered from the true faith and pierced themselves with many sorrows. You got people that'll even leave the ministry to chase a bag. Okay? You got people that even try to change the doctrine up so they can get more money. Like people in Sakari. Completely corrupt. Okay? They're willing to do whatever it takes, even changing the doctrine up, which is an extreme offense, just to get paid. The Lord's going to get these dudes, man. I'm going to get this next in Proverbs 11 and 4. Riches profit not in the day of wrath. Okay? But righteousness deliver from death. Okay? So all the money you received in the day of the Lord's anger is not going to do you any good. Okay? But living a righteous lifestyle that's pleasing to Yahweh B'Shem Yahshai, that is what's going to benefit you in the end. That is when you're going to get the Lord's attention. Okay, not about how much damn money you made from a ESPN event, OnlyFans, or one of these things out here. You got women that are completely throwing their what's the word I'm looking for? Their morals away. Okay, their integrity away, just to be an OnlyFans model because it can pay you $100,000 a month. Do you know that how oversaturated that is anyway? They think it's gonna get online. They're gonna be some type of summer. I don't know what's that bitch name that messed with one of the people in the White House. Her name was Stormy Daniels, right? Be a Stormy Daniels, and you know you're gonna make $2 million like Pam Anderson and all this stuff. No, man, it's not gonna profit you. But living a righteous lifestyle, being up under a man of Yahweh B'Shem Yahshai, that's what's gonna win in the end. But they don't see that because we look raggedy. Okay, all right. These people gonna see in the end, man. This is the only thing that matters. I'm gonna get this next in Matthew 6 and 19. Lay not up for yourselves treasures upon earth, where moth and rust doeth corrupt, and where thieves break through and steal. Okay? All this wealth here is temporary. It can be stolen, it can be damaged. You have it one day, you don't have it the next. Alright? Verse 20, Matthew 6 and 20. But lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven, where neither moth nor rust doth corrupt, and where thieves do not break through nor steal. The treasures in heaven is what matters, man. Us hitting this hard, doing this work. Okay, that's what's building our spiritual bank account. That can't be touched. Okay? That can't be touched. That's all that matters. Okay? It says, for where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. Okay? But the main point, man, it's about storing up our treasures in heaven. That can't be tampered with. Okay? And Esau does everything in his power to try to mess that up, but nothing can stop that. This is Revelation 2 and 9. I know thy works in tribulation and poverty, but thou art rich. Okay? But thou art rich, because we do go through it on the side, going through distress. Okay? Barely having enough to make it by. But it says, but thou art rich. And I know the blasphemy of them would say they are Jews and are not, but are the synagogue of Satan. You know, them people in our land lying, claiming that they're us. Okay? But the main point I wanted to hit is, but thou art rich. Okay? Thou art rich. Rich in what? Rich in faith. Remember, that's the only thing that matters. Everything else is bullshit. Okay? Everything else is bullshit. Alright? And while I'm on this, we're going to get them niggas too. We're going to get Esau's ass back. Okay? For defiling our land. I'm not trying to get off topic. I'm getting ready to close. It's Sirach. This is Sirach 11 and 25. I'm going to start at verse 25. In the day of prosperity, there's a forgetfulness of affliction. And in the day of affliction, there is no remembrance of prosperity. So you got both scenarios, okay? When people are successful, they forget that all the struggle and the hardship that they had to go through to even get that success. And that's some people, because some people fed from a golden spoon. They might have not had to go through too much. Okay? But it says on the other hand, and in the day of affliction, there is no remembrance of prosperity. When the Lord really bring it on you, you're not going to be remembering your $20 million business. Okay? The success you had with your business, the success you had, and you was able to build a house and do all these wonderful things. You're going to be worrying about trying to survive. Okay? How you can get out of this situation. Okay? But if you had been getting right with Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai and building yourself up in the spirit, you will be okay. All right? Sirach 11 and 26. For it isn't an easy thing unto Yahweh in the day of death to reward a man according to his ways. Okay? So you see these people dying these horrible ass deaths, man. That show you how the Lord felt about them. Okay? Man dies, gets attacked by a shark, a millionaire, right? It doesn't matter. It don't matter. Okay? Because the Lord is going to pay you back for your actions. All right? For the lifestyle you lived. Okay? For the lifestyle you lived, the Lord's going to get you back for that, man. All the wicked shit you had to do to get them riches, the Lord's going to get you. It doesn't matter, man. The riches of this world don't matter. Okay? All that matters is these scriptures. Focuses on Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, pushing this truth to the highest level. Lord's will, this was an edifying lesson. With that, I'm going to say Shalom.